How y'all doing? Garrett's Garage here today, and just here about to change the brake pads on this Honda CRV 2014 model. It's a pretty simple job. I've already done the front brakes, but the back are similar. So rear brakes, front brakes, pretty much the same thing when it comes to changing them out. All right, it's a pretty quick job. As long as you have the right tools, and I mean you should. Most people have a basic socket set with a ratchet. If not, it's not that much money to get one. You should have your, I have a compressor, so I'm using an impact, which works a lot faster. But if you don't have that, if you just have a basic socket set, you're gonna want like your deep sockets, so you can take the lug nuts off. Your car should come with a tool that allows you to take the tire off. Okay, so you can use that too. It takes just a little bit longer, a little more effort because you're manually doing it, but you can do it with that. First thing you want to do though, you're going to break these lug nuts loose. So before you lift, obviously you're going to have to lift the wheel up off the ground. I'm using a floor jack, okay, which is a lot easier. You're going to need something like that because you got to get this wheel up off the ground in order to take that tire off. And like I said, your car comes with a tool to do that too. It's kind of a pain to use that thing. Definitely worth getting one of these if you're going to be doing your own work on your car. I think this one was like, I don't know, maybe $100 or something like that. But I got mine at Harbor Freight. They have a lot of great stuff there. But you can get them at Walmart and the auto parts store or whatever. So first thing you want to do before you lift it up off the ground, go ahead and break your, if you don't have an impact and you're doing it manually, you want to break these lug nuts loose. Just break them loose. That way, when you get it off the ground, you're able to unscrew them. Because if you try to break them loose while the tire's lifted off the ground, the tire's just going to spin when you're trying to break it loose, and you're going to have a hard time doing it. So break those things loose before you lift it. All right. And please subscribe to my channel and like this video. If you do, I would really appreciate it. It's going to help me out a lot. I can make more videos. Alright, so we got those broke loose. The tire's a little stuck on there, just hit it at the top up here. That'll break it loose. Alright, so what you got here, obviously you can see your brakes right there. Right here. You got two bolts back here. I can show you these. Hopefully you can see them. So you got these two bolts. You got this one right here, okay, and then you got one at the bottom as well. You see it right there, okay. And I think these are 12 millimeter. I'm not sure what that is in standard, but you just got to pop those off, those two out, and then this caliper will come off, okay, and along with your brake pads. So I'm gonna take my 12 millimeter. One bolt. Two. Just like that. And then you're just gonna work this out. Just like that. Now pay attention, try to keep your pads in there. Pay attention to how it's going. You want to put them back in there the same way. Make sure there's nothing weird about them that you might need to see before you take them out of there. And it doesn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. Pretty much just set in there. These are, on this particular car, these are a little bit weird. They have these 3 prongs in the back. Oh shoot. They have these 3 prongs in the back. It's kind of weird. I've actually never seen that before. I usually work on GMCs, Chevrolets, stuff like that. But those actually just fit inside the caliper. I guess it's right inside this hole. You just fit all 3 of them in there and you put them on like that. So, and also this has a bracket, a metal bracket right here. It's the first time I've changed rear brakes on a CRV, so. But I mean, most cars are generally the same when it comes to this. There's some little differences, you know, in the way they manufacture their brakes. So like that has those 3 prongs. I've never seen that before. So, but anyways, just get your new ones. Before you get your new ones, you got to take these sliders out, okay? So you can see these things right here. All right. You don't want to take these out, so just grab the end of it right there. Don't pull on the rubber part. Just grab the end of it and kind of twist it, and that thing should come out of there. You really need to use 2 hands so you can keep it, kind of like work it. All right, there you go. So this little slider right there. So you're gonna wipe that off and put some brake grease on it. Now you can get brake grease at an auto parts store. Just wipe that off real good, like that. Get you some of that grease. You can be liberal if you want. Not gonna hurt nothing. Like that, wipe that on there, and then you're just going to slip it back in there. All right, grab that other one. Wipe that one off. Sucker back in there, just like that. All right, now let's see to work get our new brake pads on there. Oh, actually, I forgot something. Okay, so because those old brake pads are worn out, the caliper is let me see, caliper sticking out there. Okay, so if you put the new brake pads on, they're gonna be a lot thicker, and they're not gonna fit around that rotor. So you're gonna have to press this caliper back in. And with the way I do it, I basically just get an old brake pad, the flat one, right? And I have a C-clamp. So I basically just use a C-clamp that I bought, and put that on there like that, and then I just put that C-clamp on. And then I just compress it. Just make sure you take the cap off the brake fluid under the front of the hood, and the hood in the front. Just untighten that brake fluid cap. That way it relieves the pressure. So when you're pushing this caliper back in, it doesn't pop that off of there. And you want to do it slowly. So as you're compressing this caliper, you're gonna want to compress it slow. Don't do it real fast. Just, you know, few turns, wait a couple seconds, few more turns, wait a couple seconds, like that. caliper's shaped funny, so sometimes it's a pain. Try to get these C-clamp to fit on there. We just got to find a spot where it grabs a hold. That should be good enough. These in there. It's freaking weird, man. Like that. Just fit that back on there like that. Put those two screws back in. Those two bolts, I mean. Just like that. Like that. That's it, folks. Pretty easy job. Remember, when you're putting your wheel back on, anytime you take a wheel off of a car and you're putting it back on, you want to make sure, go ahead and start all your lug nuts first. Whenever you tighten your lug nuts, when you finally tighten them, remember you're going in a star pattern. Okay, you don't ever want to tighten them just around like that, one right next to the other, because it won't tighten evenly. against the rotor. So I'm gonna do it in a star pattern. So make sure it's on the flex. Cross like that. Cross. Just like that. Alright, that's it. Alright, I appreciate y'all watching. Remember, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate y'all watching, and thank you.